Hey everybody, I'm back. I know I haven't posted in a long time, but life had me handcuffed. But I'm here to do a little update on what's been happening with me and some pretty cool news that I got actually today that I wanted to come on here and show you guys. So, first things first, I even wrote it down, like that's how prepared I am for you today. So, how am I doing? Now I'm pretty good, minus a little bit of a head cold. There's a cold and flu season up here. But besides that, I actually feel pretty good. Now, had you asked me how was I feeling back in December, I probably would have told you I felt like a bag of dicks. Not that I really know what that feels like, but I'm assuming it doesn't feel that great being hit by a bag of dicks. That's how I felt. Mainly because it was Christmas time. And yes, I probably, and by probably I mean actually did eat way too much sugar. I can't give up my mom's cooking. I can't give up, I just can't. And it was delicious, but in doing so, I definitely fell off the wagon for a few weeks. And I actually did regret it probably for the first time in my life. Mainly because after doing carnivore, I felt fantastic. And then I fell off the wagon, ate a lot of dumb shit, and I was getting stomach aches again. My skin was breaking out. I was tired. I had dark circles under my eyes. I wasn't performing well in the gym. I just didn't feel good. And so I've been back on carnivore. So I would say I'm more 60% carnivore, keto, and then, like 20-30% keto, and the rest is when I cheat. But doing that, I found my sweet spot, and then I'm not hitting that lull where I'd often have to have like honey or something like that. So 100% keto, I'm not a huge fan of for myself. Now, some other people might feel fantastic like that. For me, I throw a little bit more fat in than just protein. Now, that being said, I've also learned through going this process that I'm not getting fats from nuts and seeds. And the reason being, when I used to do that, it was easy. It was just grab a handful, get my fats in, cool. But I would be getting stomach aches and distension. So doing carnivore taught me that. So now my fats are the more animal fats, butter, heavy cream, that kind of thing with my food. So I don't eat nuts anymore, which I kind of miss, but at the same time don't miss the stomach aches. So that's kind of how I've changed my carnivore-esque lifestyle, I guess, if you want to call it that. But I'm definitely eating more fats than I usually would. With that being said as well, not a lot of people talk about it or will be honest about not being on a carnivore diet for a few weeks or a few months. I'm going to be blunt with you. At Christmas time, again, I fell off the wagon. And honestly, one of the hardest things for me was getting back on track because I introduced a disgusting amount of sugar back into my diet. It's like crack for my brain, so I actually had to wean myself off. It was fucking horrible. So that was probably the worst thing going into it. Now I'm completely back on my carnivore / little keto mix of lifestyle, and I'm feeling way better. My skin's clearing up. My energy is getting a lot better. And I just had a session with my nurse practitioner who does all my blood work. I do my blood work 2 to 3 times a year, and I'm not talking 1 to 2 vials here, people. I'm talking like 10 to 15 will come out of me. I do like extensive blood work because I want to make sure that the pipes are running really well. And for the first time, my thyroid came back excellent. And now for some of you, you might be like, well, no shit, but you don't understand. I've actually been doing bioidentical hormone treatment, which just means that I'm taking some progesterone and was taking testosterone cream because my body didn't produce enough, and I was extremely high in estrogen, which is not good. So I've been trying to balance it out, and as an athlete, I've had concussions. Progesterone is made up in the noggin, and that's where we think why my body stopped producing enough progesterone. And there's correlations with the gut, but that's a whole other story in Gambit. So that's what I've been trying to balance the last couple of years, and that's another reason why I went keto, which has worked pretty well. But For the first time since I've been doing treatment, this is the first time my thyroid has come back really good. And what's also crazy about that is I've been taking less of my progesterone. I don't even take the testosterone cream because for me, I don't find it really does anything. So this today has been a huge win because being back on Carnivore for at least the last, 6 weeks? And then having Carnivore before Christmas as well since September. You guys have all seen my videos. Why? I hope you did. This is massive. This shows me a lot more about our nutrition and how our body responds. So if you're someone who's having or has had thyroid issues for a long time, I honestly would seriously look in to Carnivore for yourself. Now, what kind of supplements do I take? Yes, I do still supplement. So whether it's ancestral supplements with organs, organ meats in capsules, because there's no way I'm eating fucking organs. But I'm trying to find out where my body lacks. So I am taking, what am I taking here? I'm taking B12 with folate, because I do have that conversion issue. It's methylated. I just started my glutathione, vitamin D3 with K2. So if you are taking vitamin D, make sure it's with K2, especially up here in Canada. Not a lot of daylight right now, and it's cold, so I'm doing that. In the summertime, I switch it up, but I really get a lot of my nutrients out of the organ meats and actually eating the food. If you're someone who's starting out, really do your research into, meals, structuring your day. Look into intermittent fasting. I'm telling you, if you're going to do the carnivore diet, please look at intermittent fasting. Those two combined is ridiculous. I've been doing intermittent fasting for 5 years, and it's been a huge game changer for me. But now taking intermittent fasting, not just with keto from before, but now intermittent fasting with carnivore, man, it's a whole other ball game. And I know some of you watching think maybe the carnivore diet's dumb. Maybe it doesn't make any nutritional sense. But coming from someone who has that background and who gave it a shot before poo-pooing it, I'm telling you there is something to this, which is why I'm sticking to it. And no, I don't preach this to everybody to do. Everyone works differently. So whatever works for you, cool. If you're a vegan that's going to come on here and say some stupid shit on my feed, you know what? Boost my algorithm. I don't give a fuck. But I don't really give a shit what you do. I'm telling you from a personal standpoint what has helped me balance my hormones better, fucking fix my thyroid, which is crazy, gain my lean muscle mass, lower my body fat, get rid of aches and pains, lower the shit out of my inflammation. My inflammation markers, my nurse practitioner's never seen them this good before. Why? Because of the diet. And I'm still training. Go figure. So, I guess all of that to say, I'm going to keep you guys posted on what else I'm doing, different style of training that I'll be doing, because now that I have no fucking pain, I can go back to deadlifting, I can start benching, I can start doing those big lifts that I haven't been able to do for a long time. So if you have questions on training, what am I doing for intermittent fasting? What am I doing for, eating? What do I do for a living? I don't know. If you guys have questions, please write it in the comments below, and I will be more than happy to put a video up. Now that business is kind of slowed down for me and I can actually have a life and focus on you guys, that's what I plan on doing. And sharing with you other new programs that I have coming on here. So it's not all just going to be carnivore. One of the new programs I have coming out is going to be called ILL. It's called It's Your Life. And I'm a huge advocate on doing shit that you love for your life to make yourself happy. And that's what I did. I quit my career at 27, moved into my parents' basement, and then 9 years later, I have a whole different lifestyle. I work for myself. I'm an entrepreneur, in case you guys don't know. But anyways, that program's coming out next month. So I'll share that then. I'm not trying to plug anything, but I feel like telling you, so I fucking am, because it's my channel. I can do what I want. So on that note, subscribe, let me know what you think. If you're starting on a carnivore and you have questions, write in the comment box below, and I will be happy to respond and do a video. Cool? Alright, well, we'll see you guys later, and if you're an angry vegan, just get off my channel, because honestly, the hate, I don't really give a shit. If you're vegan, be happy about it. I'm happy for you. You found something that works. This is not a carnivore hating vegan channel, so please keep that shit to yourself, because I don't give a fuck. Bye!